Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in. This week's vlog has to do with the workplace and what millennials want out of their employers. I subscribe to the entrepreneur.com newsletter, and nerd alert, I saw an article in there about millennials, and it said 6 things that millennials wish their employers knew. So let's dive right in. Number 1 on the list is our time is more valuable than money. So it's basically saying that after hours, weekends, time that we're supposed to be with our family and our friends and living life, we really value that time. So working for an employer that understands that we do need that time away and we do like to have a personal life is really important. And I completely agree. I try my very best to get everything done within the hours that I'm expected to be at work. So millennials really like jobs where we are not expected to work overtime all the time, or we're not expected to answer phone calls and emails through the weekend. Number 2, we want to know what's happening within the company, which is so true. Whenever a company is changing or whenever it's growing, I think millennials just love knowing about what's going on. We like to know what's changing, why, what the next steps are, what are the future plans there. And I think part of this ties together with another point later on in the article is that we just love to learn more. So as much as we know about what's going on within the company and as things are changing, the better. Communication is key, and it's almost something related to public relations where being open and honest and transparent is your best way to go. So leading into number 3 is millennials love a workplace where they can learn something new. Now, this doesn't mean that we want to be interns for the rest of our lives where we're constantly just learning, and all we're doing is being a student to you. We want to be proactive, and we want to be a really valuable tool in your, sea of employees, but we also do want to learn something new. So always having opportunities to grow ourselves, our skills, growing our knowledge base, our confidence, everything. Whatever we can do to learn more about the business, more about our customers, more about how we can grow as the company, how we can grow as individuals, and how we can help grow the company. We love to learn. So I could say that I agree with that point as well. Number 4, this is funny. This is really funny. We hate the open office concept. So I work in the advertising industry, and it's really common for ad agencies to have these large open spaces where everyone can see each other, everyone can talk to each other. You can throw a paper airplane across the room and talk to your friend over there. You can throw spitwads. Not that I do that. But it's really funny how now that we've had some years to kind of dive into this concept, there's a lot of different opinions going around. My personal feeling on this open space concept is I like it, but in all reality, I would love my own office where I could close my door. Now, I know that I have to work my way up to that position where I do get my own office, but I think it's really nice to close the door and not have to be distracted by all the things going on around me, especially if I have to have meetings and conversations. So in the end, I will say that I like it because I can talk to my coworkers pretty quickly and we can communicate that way. But honestly, we're all so busy, but we really can't take advantage of it as much as I would like to anyway. So I would prefer my own office with a door versus an open space, but that's just me. Number 5, praise and raise. Woo! That is my life mantra. Just kidding, but not really. So we grew up where everyone won a trophy. And I know all of the generations above us make fun of us for it, and I make fun of us for it. I think it's a little bit over the top, but it's true. You, the parents that raised us with this mentality that we need to be constantly rewarded for just being alive. So I blame you. You're the one who made me this way. Anyways, praise and raise. So a boss that understands that if you just take the time maybe once a month, maybe even once a week to say, hey, John, you did a really great job on that pitch. Or, hey, Sarah, thanks for that sale. You did a great job closing that deal. We really value you as an employee. Or, you're really great at this. Siri's talking to me. Praising your employees for doing a good job, it really does help. It doesn't have to be big. It could be as simple comment, say it to their face, send them a quick email, send them a quick chat, anything to just say, you're doing a great job. It boosts confidence, it boosts morale, and it makes us feel like what we're doing is valuable and you care about it, which makes us want to work harder and achieve those end goals quicker. That's simple. Second part of this is the raise. Millennials love to move up as fast as possible, and I'm very guilty of it, and I'm working on it. But we're very competitive, and we want to move our way up the ladder as quick as possible. So if it's deserved, and if the work has been put in, we love to be rewarded, and we will stay with you longer if you invest in us. So we do like to get raises, which honestly, I don't think that's a generational thing. I think all generations like raises, but I could be way off there. So number 6, I think, is the most controversial bullet point here. It says nobody really loves their boss. I struggle with this one because I can say that there are certain things about bosses that I'm not a huge fan of. And that's, I think, everyone has something that they don't like. I think the point here is some business owners think that there's nothing wrong with them and everybody loves them because they're nice to their face. I think if you're a business owner and you're a boss, you're probably smart enough to think at a higher level than that, but you got to understand that not everybody loves you. Not all the millennials love their bosses, and that's just how business is. So the best thing to think about then is, well, what can I do to make my employees happy so that they stay with me, so that I don't end up having to pay, thousands and thousands of dollars and hiring and training new people all the time. Anyways, so love your bosses anyways. They have a hard job. They got to deal with all of us millennials who are just talking a million miles a minute and getting things done, and they don't even know what the heck we just did, but we figured something out. They're probably just overwhelmed with all of the energy from all of us crazy millennials. You know what I'm saying? I hope you guys enjoyed this topic. I think anything related to millennials is really fun to talk about. I like to laugh at myself, so I think it's fun to laugh at all of these comments made about millennials and go through some of these articles that are being published about what we care about. I will say for this article, I agreed with most of it on some levels. So anyways, tell me what you think. Do millennials care about these kind of things in the workplace? How can we help our employers understand us better? How can we be better employees to our employers and make it easier for them to understand us? It's all about working together and us all being on a level of understanding. So anyways, I hope you guys have a great rest of the week and leave your comments below. Talk to you soon.